Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to have been asked to say a few words at this 10th Skoll World Forum on social entrepreneurship. And I'm only sorry not to be able to join you in person. Having been asked to speak at the first forum nearly a decade ago, I have been fascinated to discover how your efforts have gone from strength to strength, and, if I may say so, represent a real beacon of hope by demonstrating how business can be done differently. Now, I firmly believe that there are great opportunities for further and better learning between those entrepreneurs who run their businesses responsibly and sustainably, and those social entrepreneurs whose focus is on social impact. The Skoll World Forum is a powerful mechanism for doing just this. For one thing, you are demonstrating that there is not necessarily a choice between either doing good business or meeting social and environmental goals. In fact, you have gone further than that by showing how a successful enterprise can benefit from the effective integration of social and natural capital into business planning. You are proving it can improve profits. Social entrepreneurs, for example, are demonstrating how it makes business sense to promote better public health, uphold human rights, increase access to education, amplify the voices of those most in need, and conserve resources. Of course, this approach goes squarely against the predominant assumptions of our day. So it really is one of the most interesting developments of our age. I must say that the need for these sorts of new and responsible business models has never been greater. Thankfully, nothing breeds success like success, and I'm convinced that if more people were made aware of the successful business models that take a sustainable approach, and if, as is increasingly the case, customers were encouraged to place more value on what were previously seen as fringe questions, then we would get closer to achieving the critical paradigm shift the world so desperately needs. Unfortunately, seizing this opportunity is not a straightforward matter. I know to my cost how hard it is to persuade organizations to think in this different way. I've long championed responsible business and social enterprise, for instance. In one way or another, the work of my 15 charities incorporates social enterprise. Time and again, they have shown that if your focus is on the long term, you can create immensely profitable businesses, all by tapping into the vast potential of our social capital. Just one of my charities, the Prince's Trust, serves as a good example. Since 1976, it has helped more than 700,000 young people find their way into work, education, or training. Many have gone on to set up businesses with my trust's help and are now employers themselves. The Prince's Initiative for Mature Enterprise, or PRIME, does much the same for older people by tapping into what society seems all too ready to cast off, a range of experience and knowledge gained over many years in work. Again, out of that has come an encouraging range of new businesses. Having proved through real-world experience that a more joined-up approach can work in practice, surely the task now is to scale up these schemes. And although the present economic difficulties tend to discourage the adoption of new business models, if you think about it, this could be exactly the right moment to harness different approaches. After all, we certainly need new strategies that reflect the fact that natural resources are becoming depleted, or that the environment is changing, that poverty is becoming more widespread and acute, or that trends in global economics are leading to more social exclusion. And all of this is set against the sobering fact that the world's population increases by about 80 million people per year. How sustainable at the end of the day is that? Combining hard-headed business skills with the increasingly pressing job of embedding genuinely sustainable development into our economic model is, it seems to me, at the very top of the to-do list. Fortunately, social innovators have demonstrated through practical action that achieving business success by meeting social needs is not a pipe dream. It is an opportunity that entrepreneurs around the world are already embracing. Having proved the concept, the moment is surely right to spread ideas more widely, to scale up new ways of doing business, and thereby harness the power of enterprise to benefit society, to sustain the natural environment, and benefit the financial bottom line. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can only wish you well for your annual forum, and I very much look forward to being inspired by your work in the coming decade and beyond.